Hurricane Sandy, threatening to blast millions of Americans with rain, snow, and wicked winds. It's an unprecedented superstorm in the offing, and if it happens, it could last for days. Tomorrow, Sandy is off the coast of Florida, Sunday, just off North Carolina, and then head on into New York on Tuesday. Our extreme weather team tracking it all tonight, and ABC's meteorologist Ginger Z starts us off from Miami, where they're already seeing signs of what's to come. Ginger?
Diane, the winds have gusted to 50+ miles per hour, and that beast is still over 300 miles away from South Florida. This is just the beginning of our journey with Sandy, the hurricane that could become a superstorm. Hurricane Sandy crashing through the Caribbean. It exploded in size and strength today as it hit the Bahamas after relentlessly pounding Jamaica. The Category 2 hurricane blasted out winds of over 110 miles per hour and unleashed a staggering 2 feet of rain. Here in Florida, it won't be a direct hit, but more of a sideswipe. Many schools are canceled tomorrow as Sandy approaches. This is Fort Lauderdale Beach, and it is usually packed, but the only thing being packed up and locked down are these chairs. They expect up to 10-foot waves and deadly rip currents up and down the Florida coast. But the real danger is farther north when Sandy collides with a cold weather system, a merger that could create a superstorm.
We don't normally see storms move this way.
That's why it's being called a billion-dollar storm. That's billion with a B, capable of causing more damage than Hurricane Irene last year. The height of the storm should be Tuesday, and it will take its sweet time making an exit, churning in the atmosphere over the same spots for 5 or even 6 days. Now, depending on where you live, it may bring up to 6 inches of rain, 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts, 20 to 30-foot high seas, and extreme coastal flooding. It's all during a full moon, too, when tides are even higher. It could even bring half a foot of heavy wet snow as far inland as Ohio.
60% chance that Sandy will hit us.
That's why East Coast emergency management teams are gearing up, and extra help is being brought in from other states. Emergency officials up and down the East Coast are warning people that you can't wait. You have to get your emergency kits and emergency plans in place now. Diane?
Ginger, thank you so much. And now ABC's weather editor, Sam Champion, is here. Show us these giant forces of nature about to collide, Sam.
Yeah, superstorm, monster storm. This one has 3 ingredients, Diane, so let's run through them. First of all, you've got Sandy. That's ingredient number 1. The hurricane normally needs warm tropical waters to thrive. This one's moving fast, and it's dragging its tropical moisture with it. Second ingredient, look at the northern part of that screen, that upper left-hand side, that cold air. This is the clash of Arctic air and tropical air. Together, it's an intense clash that will deliver an awful lot of energy infusion into that storm. It's no longer a tropical system at that point. It's a hybrid storm, but it's a powerful one. And see that line, the jet stream right there?
Right.
It's this ribbon of air that goes at about 30,000 feet that's always flowing at about more than 100 miles an hour. That this time is curved right over this developing storm, so it actually supercharges, or it's like giving steroids to this storm. It will behave in a monster fashion with intense wind, intense rain.
And lasting a long time. It could last for days.
And last for days. The one thing we've got to watch is where it hits.
Right. So show us the probabilities as of right now.
As of right now, looking at the spaghettis, very little opportunity for this thing to curve out in the Atlantic and miss everyone completely. The real important part here is which line this storm will take. If it hits in D.C., it's a very different conditions for that area than if it hits in New York or Boston. Someone's going to get the worst side of a very bad storm. The thing between now and Monday is to watch us very carefully as we are able to pinpoint more closely where this storm lands.
All the models show it coming in.
It looks that way.